Let's and oh, I should have told everybody to reconnect. So it says that I'm live now.
Most everybody's gonna get a notification anyway right now.
So everyone will get a notification to jump back on, right?
Yup.
That is so strange. I wonder why that happened, because I was still able to send messages. So let's see. It says 0 people on. Oh, there we go.
Hang on, everybody's jumping right back in. I'm gonna also send a link to the new one. Copy. Go back. New.
Okay, so we have 5 people back online. And are they getting a notification, or how does that work?
If they've subscribed, they're going to get the notification.
So they'll just know to log back on, or what?
Yeah, they'll know to jump. Plus, it pops up on my end. It pops up on my phone. It actually pops up.
It popped back up?
It's like a notification bubble.
Did it pop up on yours?
Yeah, it popped up immediately. As soon as you went live, it popped up.
Okay, great.
All right, let me do this. Let me go to your chat.
Oh, Brandon, I have a lot to talk to you about, too.
Where?
So we're going to have to talk after the webinar.
I was going to shoot a video real quick, because I know you broke down the Android and iPhone. I was going to do a Zoom and then have both of my screens on at the same time, that way they can see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, on the and I'm trying to plug in my device right now. I'm actually going to grab a plug. So let's see how many people are back on right now, real quick. And I think I lost the questions, actually, unfortunately, on the other.
Most of them were both. I try to write them down or keep them noted. One was the lady asked, "Is there a way to change the percent of the percent you're getting?"
Yes.
What you want, like what you get total, like instead of 25%. I don't know if she wanted to go up or down in that number, but she just said go ahead and change the total percentage. I don't know why you want to go down, but my imagination tells me she wants to go up.
Okay, we only have 4 people on here right now, and I'm wondering where everybody went. I wish that I didn't cancel that before I told them to re-log in.
I wish I had Noe's email list, so I could email everybody. I know there's probably some new people on there.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of new people, and they ended up not being able to see what's going on now. I'm trying to think of a way to, because they should have got a notification, right?
Yeah, well, those who have subscribed, we get 94 subscribers now. Yes, getting there almost 100.
Okay, no, I'm saying they should have got notification to log back on, because there was 20-something people on the webinar, now there's 4. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they haven't subscribed, if they have subscribed, they're going to get the notification. If they have not subscribed, they're not going to get it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh no! So those are probably.
I don't know. I think in the email it said, "Please make sure you." I think it said something about subscribing. Let me go back to it. It should.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why there's only there's 5 people now. So we have somebody else. So we have 5 people on, and I can't see.
So if any of the people know anybody, definitely throw this Facebook link in a chat to them.
Well, what I'm going to do is just tell everybody, those who logged off, please log back on. But I don't think they're getting this. Log back. Only the people that are on here are getting this.
Can you open up the old? Open up the chat to the old video?
Oh, can I? No. Can I do that?
I was gonna do that. I was gonna just send a message on there. But Madden sent a comment.
Yeah, but how? Okay, yeah. Comment on the old chat to log into the new chat. There you go. Can you get into the old chat?
Yeah, I'm in right now. Well, not the chat. I'm in the comment section.
Okay.
Click the new link.
Okay, we're back. We're up to 6 now. So there's some people that are actually getting back on. So, and let me go plug in this device.
All right. And window. All right. Oh dang! Wrong link. YouTube. this. Copy that. Go here.
Okay, let's see if we have people logging back up. Just drop that. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in real quick and charge this device up because it takes about 2 seconds with one of these here. So it's a pretty powerful one. So we can get people with the ass. Yeah, we only have 5 people logged back on. That's not good. We definitely don't want to. Let's see here. Oh, there it goes. This is going to charge really quick here. So, all right.
I was actually recording the whole entire thing for a personal on the screen recorder I had. I was trying to listen to some things you were saying, some key things you were saying.
Yeah, and we're going to put together some really good. I want to break everything down real simple for people to be able to send live transfers and to be able to grow the people underneath them, and to also explain, how the commercial is going to work. And really, what we're doing, I guess, in a way, is creating a funnel and teaching these people kind of how to market that funnel, really. So we're going to create the videos for them and then allow them to use them on social media, and then build their team underneath them. So let's take a look here.
I just added the link in the comments.
Is that the old link or is that the new one?
This is the new one.
Okay, so can I go into? Let's see if I go into another window. Let's see here, and then if I go to YouTube.com and go into the old link, I wonder if I can reestablish the old link. Let's see if there's still people on there. So let's see if I go live, or if I wait. How do I get to the old link? Will I go to history?
You
Probably.
would have to use another device and go to your where it says my videos.
Okay, watch later library. So I'm logged into the wrong person. So let me switch accounts. Switch accounts. Yep. Okay, WL Madden.
This was 10 minutes ago. Pause. And okay, so the link is. I did put the link in there in the comments, but I don't see live chat replies.
Oh, okay. They want me to use the WL. So info.
This is not letting me do anything on the chat side, but I was able to put a comment in there.
Okay, let me see if I do it this way. Yeah, it's letting me log back in now. So let's take a look now. If I go to, what do I have to go to? History, watch later linked videos. So history. No, that's history of what I watched. Library. Where are my videos? Watch later playlist.
Right? So you should see.
I'm actually on a my computer, but I'm on a different. So if I go up to the hamburger menu, watch later playlist, like videos. Let's see, uploads. Maybe uploads. No, it's so strange. Let's see, uploads. It says 7 uploads. This is really strange. Let me see if I go here. No, it's uploaded video. YouTube gaming, YouTube. Where's my library of videos? That is so strange. Subscriptions, history, watch later, liked videos, popular. Oh, here we go. Done.
But click on your icon.
Click up.
Your icon. You should see. Let's see. Let me do it.
YouTube Studio, switch account, sign out, dark theme, language settings. Yeah, there's nothing on there that says. So.
Okay. Oh, do you see the my channel's gonna open up another pane. Oh, do you see my channel up at the top?
Yes. Okay, videos. So Wednesday, 1/16/19. Okay, 39 views. Streamed 12 minutes ago. So let's see if I open that. And well, it's just letting me see it. So I don't think I can get back into it. All right. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Alan with WL Madden. So yeah, I can watch it, but I can't.
Dang it. Okay, never mind.
Add public comment. Please log on to new chat. Comment.
2 people that have white labels, by the way. Yeah, I'm not able to post or re-comment inside the chat window.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube thing.
Okay, well, let's see how many people now are on Let me close this one out because it's not working. Okay, we only have 6 people, so okay, give me one quick sec. Okay, give me one sec.
Oh, I think you were back on it.
Okay, so I was back on the other one.
Maybe. All right, I'm trying.
Okay, Greg Buck says, have you looked into Zoom? Yes, we have looked into Zoom, and we're going to be using Zoom for a lot of different things. However, we're just using this. Once we hit 100 subscribers, people can just actually watch the live videos. Once you're a subscriber, they'll be a little bit different, and we're going to use Zoom for a lot of things too. So that is definitely going to happen. Let's take a look here. Yes. Okay. So and we're actually going to be using, there's going to be different videos because people are going to start to be compartmentalized basically to, what to where you belong and kind of where you're at in the stage of, what we need to teach you in order to help you make money, because people are at different levels. Some people have come in here with a lot of sales experience. Some people have come in here with a lot of internet experience and experience in different categories, such as, for example, international finance. We have some people that are into stuff like that, and that's going to be those types of people like to really, focus on that type of stuff because they're used to it. And for those of you that are brand new to online marketing and to, business in general, we want to give you, some of the fundamentals, and we want to put some really simple training videos together for you to learn how, to make money the easiest way. So, but let's see, what other questions do we have right now? Because it looks like everybody got knocked off the video, and we're going to have to send out a new email.
A whole bunch of questions. It didn't seem like this time around.
Okay, there weren't too many questions.
No, so some of them were like I said, the one that probably stood out was the lady asking about the commissions and changing the percent of the commissions. The other question was like, where's the app? Does it work right now to get sub agents? And I didn't think so just yet to actually have a sub agent. I think the referral code is still 0, right?
No, it's not. No, the referral code works. Yep. So on the ISO device, well, it did anyways the other day. So unless something changed from the other day, on the Samsung, it sends out my code and it actually sets up a sub agent underneath me when I tested it. But again, there were some certain fields that weren't set up, so we had some problems where the people couldn't see their own leads. So those are the little kinks that we're working out right now. And with Apple, they actually do things completely different. When you send out a referral code, you have to have a business account to be able to do anything like that. So we set up a business account, but they have their own set of rules, and we may have to send out a different device. We have to set out to Apple. It may be actually downloading from a different page rather than the usual app store, which is really strange. But it all depends on what Apple tells us that we have the guidelines of what Apple has to say about things. So I know that the regular app is still there, but as far as the sub agent app, we have a business account that will be integrated tomorrow, and then we'll be able to test that app, and everything should be on track for this version of everything. And then with the new website, that'll open up a whole new door and a new system of the way that we do things. And yes, the commercials and the way that we're going to show you how to do funnels, actually Brandon's going to be working with you guys a lot on that, and we're going to give you guys the videos and you guys can connect it to a link, but we're going to show you the tricks on how to get people underneath you. Obviously that's what that's designed to do, and there's different ways to market that to reach out to the people that you want to reach out to. And obviously you want to, right now you want to start reaching out to as many people as you can. Anthony, for example, is really good at that. So Anthony, will end up doing a private webinar for all the people that want to be in his network. and we'll get those people on a webinar and we'll get them making some money. And so we want you guys to do team building. And once you guys can do that, then you guys can have your own webinars. And in the new system, that's exactly what you can do. You guys have your own team underneath you, and you guys will be, when you guys want me or someone like me on that chat, you can have all of your team on there, and then we'll have different webinars that we do with just your team to answer any questions that you guys are focusing on in your different areas and the different things you're focusing on. And then on March 31st, we're going to be launching custom nutrition. You guys will have the availability to make large commissions on all of these different nutritional products and supplements, and we'll show you how to make money with that. And that's a whole new game. So that gives you products and services at that point, and we're going to teach you how to make money with both of those. So it looks like a bunch of people got knocked off the webinar, so we'll probably end it short now. And then on Saturday, we'll have the next webinar. We're going to have to send out an email to the list for everybody that got cut off on the webinar. So, luckily I was pretty much done with everything except for a few questions didn't get answered. So, but what I'll do is send a message to Nelly. Okay, please send out an apology email to all the agents due to the webinar going dark. For some reason, it took me offline, and the agents didn't know to sign in again to the new chat. Okay, so please let them know we have the next webinar Saturday at noon Eastern. Okay, so all right. Yeah, so Luella was knocked off and she's back on, and a lot of people got knocked off and back on. So, and I'm trying to remember who actually was asking about the mobile application if they're on here, but I'm gonna take a look at it right now and pull it up on this device so I can take a look. And yeah, the referral code, I think, I can actually send it to you right now, Brandon. So let's see if I send out the referral code. It was working for me, like I said. So let's go to.
I didn't mind it myself, and I still got referral code 0. I can still try to input it, but go ahead and send me your link.
Huh? Yeah, it's really strange. So let's do Brandon. Do I have you on here?
I cannot find my
just give me your phone number, Brandon.
615-719-2700.
To what?
2700. I think everybody in my Facebook group knows that.
Okay, yeah, I have referral code right here, 490-642. So when I send it, it says referral code 490-642. So you should also have that referral code, because I just sent it to you right now, and then it has my referral
so why
code.
doesn't mine look like that? Yours looks cool. Mine doesn't look cool.
Okay, maybe you know what? Maybe we need to re-enter. You know what? Maybe we need to re-enter you into the system now and re-enter everybody, because I did this. I built myself a new agent. I made myself a new agent when I did that. Maybe we need to re-enter everybody as a new agent, which could be a very good possibility. So we'll have to go into the system and check that. So I can actually do that right now. So let's do this. Do you have any leads right now in your back office, Brandon?
I do. I have about 12, I think.
Oh, do you really? Okay. We're going to have to copy all those. Let me do this. Let me go into Debugger, and I'll go into WL Madden. So let me go into WLMadden.com/agent. Let me see if I just create you as a new agent and then use your, because you have different phone numbers, right? So
yes.
Okay, let's do that.
I have my iPhone charger, so this is not good. I need to re-download the app because I just got rid of it to add it back.
Well, why don't you do this, because it's not going to matter. So let's do this. If I go to member login, I just want to go to admin actually. So let's do an admin. Okay, there's admin. Let me sign into it. Okay, let me create a new agent. So I'm going to create you as an agent real quick. And add new agent. And I bet you that might have something to do with it. So let's do Brandon. And then this would be a good test right here. So okay, I'm just going to put Brandon, and then I'm going to put Blunt 2. So Blunt 2. And now username, I'm just going to make it Blunt 2. Email, what's your email? Another one, a different one.
Different one than my regular one. Do 5bsSB@yahoo.com. So BBBBB SB@yahoo.com.
BBBB S what?
SB. So 5Bs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5Bs, then SB.
Yep.
Sierra Bravo @yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. Okay. So,
hey, can you see the questions on here? Will was asking again. And also, Greg, I think Greg mentioned something as well just now.
what's your phone number?
615-719-2700. Did you want my regular email or just that one?
615-719.
2700.
700. No, I have your regular email. Oh, and it says referral code. And let's see. So create new. So it should create one automatically. And let's see if I and select all. Let's do that for a second and save user. And let's see. Duplicate entry. It says it says that you've used that before. It says duplicate entry for email. So you've already. Yeah, it says error duplicate entry.
Oh, I did that one. I did that one for myself. Okay, do bman1188@yahoo.com.
Brandon Blunt 2. Okay, username is going to be Blunt 2. Real quick. And what's the email?
So I can actually make sure I have access to it. Do bman1188@yahoo.com.
Okay, then password, we're just going to put Blunt 2. Repeat password Blunt 2. Okay, just for, okay, phone number again?
615-719-2700.
What is it? 719?
Yeah, 615-719-2700.
Got you. Okay. And then referral code, it says create new. I'm going to give you all permissions in the back office so you can see what that looks like. And then save user. Let's see what happens. Okay. It says user successfully created. So now use that email and then use Blunt2, all lowercase, to create yourself and see what happens on the referral code for me. And then we can go from there. Oh, and there's actually 10 people now that are all watching me create a new user. So yeah, I think that might be the problem with the referral code is it actually says, because I guess we have to create the in the back office. It's looking like we actually have to add everybody or just create an actual referral code for everybody. Either that or we'll create a new one because I didn't create this 49062. So I'm imagining that it will create its own when we put people in and create new. So we probably just have to update them in the back office. This will be a good test. So I'm
logging into the regular WO Madden app, right?
Yeah, the agent app, but it's got to be on a Android device, not an Apple device.
Okay. Yeah, my Android died and I don't have a charger.
Okay. When you do it, just let me know and we'll try it that way. Okay. All right. So let's see if we have any more questions here. So I was knocked off and back on. We do have there is more questions on here. Okay, great. So Greg Buck says, cool. Greg, will you be recording a sales call showing an approach on opening? Yeah, I can definitely do that. Actually, I'll record the next sales call. We're actually going to give you guys the same sheets that we give to our openers here. So when we get a lead and somebody actually is interested in a service, when we cold call someone, because we're doing cold calls for some people that we work with. So what we do is we have a sheet and we ask some very specific questions to the businesses. And that's a really good way for us to get to know what services the businesses need. So we'll give you copies of all the stuff that we give to our real salespeople. So that way you understand the questions that you would want to ask a business. But the approach And we're going to have different meetings about this and different sales meetings about this because everyone's approach is going to be a little bit different. I mean, if you're looking to learn sales, one thing that you're definitely, and that's something that for those of you that really want to help businesses and learn sales, the trick to sales these days is being transparent with what you're saying and talking to the business owner like we talked about in a helpful manner. But you're definitely going to want to find out a hot button for that business and be able to talk to them and find out what it is that they need without presenting yourself as someone who has everything. Even though WO Madden actually does have everything. If you told a business owner that we have everything you could ever need and you'll never need to go anywhere else again and we're the best and this and that, it's not going to work. That sounds like a sales pitch, unfortunately, even though it's for the most part true that we do have different companies that offer everything they need. Your approach definitely needs to be in a conversational manner to where you're talking to a business owner, you're finding out different aspects of their business and then kind of hitting on a hotspot. Like, a lot of questions that I like to ask on a sales call is, just out of curiosity, where do you want to be in a year from now? Do you still want to be, do you want to have an online store? Are you looking to have another location? Are you looking to offer different products? Is there something that you're looking to accomplish? If your business could be anything and in a year from now, what would it look like? And then from that question, I'm able to figure out what really this business owner wanted his business to look like in the first place. Because whatever he wants it to look like in a year from now is probably what they wanted in the first place. Okay, but just they weren't able to quite obtain it because there's so much to running a business. So, I mean, since you guys are on here and since we do have a few people, we can talk about, just a few things, business 101, so to speak. So, what it is that business owners and people that want to start businesses, in their mind, they have a really great idea usually, or a really great product, or they see somebody else making money with a different product and they say to themselves, okay, I want to open a business and I want to do, this, whatever it might be. And so when they start, pursuing that business, they start to find out that they've never, ran a business before and it's not as easy as they thought. So, I mean, if it's a storefront business, for example, they're going to have to learn everything about the storefront and the way that whole thing works and how to get employees and the different equipment they need, the credit card, how do I take payments, how do I expose myself, how do I brand myself, what are all these things. And people don't even know these terms when they starting business. A lot of business owners that I know, including myself, when I first got started in business, really I didn't even know the difference between net and gross income. I didn't understand what terms like that meant. And so I didn't understand that there was a whole different side to business, because people look at business owners and they look at business owners as having a lot of money. But the truth is, a lot of really, what looks like really big businesses, their profit margins are like this. So what do I mean by profit margins? Well, that's gross and net income. Okay. A business can be really busy and they can be doing $100,000 in business, but their profit margin at the end of the month, they might only be making $10,000 or $8,000 or $5,000, even though they're bringing in $100,000. Why is that? Because all the expenses of running the business, including the cost of accepting credit cards, marketing, employees, taxes, rent, phone, internet, licenses, different, depends what business they're in. The list goes on and on and on. It seems to never end. Okay. However, if you, start a business from the ground up and you actually map it out with a really good business plan, you'll see for the most part what those costs are, rather than what most business owners have to do is work backwards. They start utilizing the things they need and then they have to work backwards and they're like, wow. And things just seem to keep adding up and they're always behind. When the truth is that with a little bit of help from us, we can dissect their business, bring it back to square one, and find out where they might have done something that's just a little bit off, to find out how they can have a bigger profit margin and how we can kind of redesign their business, get them more business from throwing them on the first page of Google, whatever the case might be, making sure that they're actually making profit on their most expensive product, like the one that they're making the most amount of profit on. We're going to target that specific product or service so that way they're focusing on that one. And sometimes we even eliminate some of the other ones, some of the other products or services they have that are actually eating up a lot of their time, or they're causing different problems for them. Believe it or not, we can sometimes eliminate some of that stuff. So by us and you guys listening to us dissect the business, it's going to teach you what services different businesses need, because they're all very similar. And it's also going to teach you, what would I need to open my own business, my very own business? If I wanted to open up a storefront or an online store or whatever it might be, what is it really going to take? Because that's what you guys all wanted to know in the first place, is you guys wanted to get involved with something, obviously, because you wanted to make money, right? And then you started finding out, just from home-based businesses alone, you started to find out how truly difficult it really is. And then you ran into a bunch of people, if you're anything like a lot of people, that were just out to get you, people that just wanted to take a bunch of money from you and not produce anything. So like when we do marketing for someone, we're actually letting people put up, money, and we're calling business leads and we're splitting the money with them. So we're doing the work with them. They're putting up money, we're doing the work. But that's not how most stuff works. Most stuff is selling you stuff that, is supposed to help you with your business, or they're selling you business services for prices like this. You can buy an LLC for $5,000 or even $10,000 from some people, okay, which only cost a couple $100. And you guys get that stuff for, at cost. You know what I mean? You're talking anywhere from $300 to $500, depending on the state, is what it costs for us to set a business up with an LLC. All right. What about, SEO? What about putting people on search engines? They'll tell you, hey, we're going to put you on all these search engines, and they'll charge you $5,000 to do it. Okay. We do that for free. We're going to put you on all the search engines. Your website's already on all the search engines. Okay. When it comes to SEO services and when it comes to different services like that, you guys are getting them at cost because we're offering them to businesses, but you guys are getting the commission. So that means you guys are knowing what the cost is of these services. And so an SEO campaign or some of the services we offer, we can get stuff down as low as $500 for the year. That puts people on all the biggest platforms out there. And that's how much it costs. And there's a monthly cost to it as well. But at our cost, you guys know what the cost is because your commission works off the cost. So you guys are never going to get ripped off or robbed for any service again. Because the truth is, we offer all those business services. They sell to you for outrageous prices. And so that's how those companies make their money, though. They sell people that really don't know, where to get real business services. They sell them to people that have Amazon websites. So someone that has an Amazon website doesn't need SEO and an LLC and all that type of stuff, because they're never going to drive traffic to their site in the first place. So, and they're not, the SEO that they're selling is not really SEO anyways. And so it would take so much money to drive traffic to a website to produce an income with Amazon. It would never be worth your time, even if you got the traffic as cheap as we could get it. And just so you know, and we're going to be teaching you guys how traffic works, CPA marketing and all that type of stuff. And that's called cost per action. The truth is, it's going to cost you more money for an actual sale than the money that you're making on a sale. You don't make your money on the front end. You make your money on the back end. So you get someone to make a purchase from you, and then you have a product that you can sell over and over again to that person, and you get them to sign up for a year-long subscription afterwards. Then you start making money from that customer, not right here when you initially make the sale. It doesn't work that way. You're going to make your money on the back end. And that's how all these companies do it. But the companies that are showing you supposedly coaching programs and all that stuff, unless you did some stuff like Brandon, for example, he got involved with stuff that actually taught him all kinds of real stuff, which is, but he's still, now he's got a great, he's got a great approach, and he knows how to make money. And now finally he's got services available to him where he can make commissions. But the original program that he paid, who knows how much money for, quite a bit, he never, afterwards, they didn't give him a bunch of products and services and say, here you go. Now that we taught you how to do real marketing, now here's products you can make commissions with. So we kind of give it to you all. And right now, like I said, for you guys are getting all of that training for free, which will not be free in the future because we have to sustain our company. So, that's kind of how that all works. So let's go back into the mobile app. So I think we can real quick talk about that. And did you try the referral code?
Yes, yep. I tried your referral code and it did not let me. I sent you a screenshot. It kept saying path not specified or something, or please specify file path.
Okay, so let me call them tonight and then get that fixed. So, and again, the referral I did get a referral code from you.
Sorry,
71478. It says download and install app. 71478.
Don't worry about that one. It was an accident. That one was an accident.
The
second the picture of the one was what I tried to send you.
Okay, but I did get one that does have one. So what do you mean that was an accident?
The referral code was an accident. I meant to send the picture. That was my referral code. I tried to send to my other phone and accidentally sent that to you. That's my bad.
Right, but I got a referral code is what I'm saying.
I know. Don't worry about it.
Oh, is it working or not working? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh no, it's not working. The picture's what I tried to use your referral code and it gave me that file path error.
Okay, what I'm saying though is I did get a message from you that did come with a referral code, which means that something was working.
No. I'm saying don't worry about that because I actually copy and pasted that to you. That's my fault.
Oh, okay. So whose referral code is that? You just tried to enter one and copy and pasted it?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So the one I logged in now. When I send people, I do have a referral code, but I tried to use my referral code or yours, and it didn't. Neither one of them worked.
No, you don't plug in a referral code. It automatically generates it when you send the text up.
No, I'm talking about the sub agent part when the sub agent's trying to register.
Okay, I'm gonna press on this real quick. So I just pressed on the thing that you sent me, and now it's loading. And it took me to, it actually took me to the website. That's really interesting.
And then you have to choose iPhone or Android.
No, this one took me to straight to the website. It took me to your website. So this referral code took me straight to your website.
Whoa, okay,
that's really
different.
interesting. That's really interesting though, because that means that, yep, look at that. So what that means is that that's really good because that's how you would get someone to your specific site for something. So that's really interesting. We're gonna have to talk more about this and I'm gonna have to talk to the developers about where they're at right now. But yeah, that sent me right to your website.
Can you not scroll up and down on
that? On what?
When it pops up and then when you tap on the link, can you scroll up and down?
Well, if I tap on the link, it takes me. Yeah, it goes up and down. It goes right into your website, literally. When I tap into the link, it loads your website. If I could show you this, it's really strange. It says loading, and then it takes me right to WO Madden, and it must be your website because if that's your referral code, it's taking me to your website for some reason, not the Play Store, which doesn't even make sense. And again, well, now it says download PHP. I don't know. We're gonna have to definitely talk to. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's loading. It's only, okay, when I tapped on it, it only uploaded womadden.com/app and it didn't put download PHP. Oh, that's because I clicked on that. Yeah. So referral
code.
People
are watching this live. Is this going on?
Yeah, no, and that's fine. It's, I mean, this is the challenges that we're having with the app. It's fine if everybody's watching because that way they understand what's going on with the app. But yeah, I mean, the app, either way, it's being updated on both ends, and we're going to make sure that it's working with the new system because that's what's important, that by February 1st, this is working. What's obviously important right now is that everybody can send leads, and then with the leads, we can make money. As far as the sending out the code, if you guys have someone that we want to put in, we can put them in the system as sub-agents no matter what. So you guys can always call in to do that. But let's see if I go to my sub-agents right now.
Oh, Alan, real quick, while you're doing that, Luella wanted to ask, can we just change the commission structure for one or two agents and not everybody, not all the agents?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we can potentially do that, but you have to understand, we have to go in an admin to do that, to change the commission structures. What we really want to do with the people that are going to be kind of involved with the MLM side of it is that we want to keep the commission structure consistent for everybody, because now if you want to, I mean, and you have like a team underneath you for right now, and you wanted us to change the commission structure for, one by one by one by one by one. I mean, you have to think about, who's doing what amount of work. Are they actually going out? Like, are we going to do a bunch of work on the internal system as far as the accounting part of it for someone who's not going to go out and produce leads? So, that's kind of, so what we can do is we don't even have to worry about that until, because if you have a team of 10 people, as we already know, 2 or 3 out of those 10 are probably going to be doing, the work. And so if somebody, we can change it to whatever you want is the answer to the question. And we'll cut checks, on whatever commission structure you want to set up if you want to work out separate deals for different people. But it's easier to put it across the board for the simple reason is that you don't really want to have one person making X amount and one person making X amount unless you're, unless you have, a reason to do that. But it depends if these people don't know each other or do know each other, because they're always going to wonder, why is this person making more than me and all that type of stuff. So it's always good. Like my salespeople, I can't go to my salespeople and say, hey, you make this much and you make this much. everybody should have a fair opportunity to get the similar commission structure. And then of course, with the new program and the way that it's going to work is when somebody becomes, gets enrolled underneath you, it's going to be $495 no matter what for them to become an agent. You're going to automatically get that $125, and the commission structure down the line is going to be the same for everybody, and it's going to be very consistent. The only thing that would be different is if people that are in the white labels, the people that have white labels, you're going to have both. You're going to have your white label site where you can have, a team and a company and do whatever you want with that and whatever commission structure you want. You're also going to get the new website. You're going to have the WO Madden platform that's set up specifically with the MLM, and you can either convert these people over to that. The reason we're leaving it open for either way is because some people that have white labels, they just want to run their own company and have the availability to have our services. Okay. They don't want to be involved with the MLM side and recruiting people and all that type of stuff. They just want to go out there and do work, because there's a lot of people that work in the business service industry that cannot make anywhere near the commissions that we offer, as you guys offer with the white label, and they just want to go out there and do work and make money with the services. And, if somebody's a consultant and now they have all these different services they can make commissions off of, they've never had that before. They only got paid for the consulting. They didn't get commissions on all the services they gave to businesses. They found the services for people a lot of times, but there was never a place where they could come to earn those commissions. And so again, this stuff is probably getting a lot confusing for a lot of people, and that's why we need to break the webinars up into specific categories for you guys. And that's what we're going to do, because I don't want to overwhelm somebody who's brand new, who's not understanding some of the things that we're talking about. But what I do want to do is make sure that this is universal. We can do whatever you want to do. What's important right now is we want to teach you how to get business in the door and how to actually start earning commissions. Yeah.
You got time to answer another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody, I don't know if you got to this one. They have a client that wants an e-commerce website. What do they tell them?
Yeah, absolutely. We custom build. So we custom build anything. Some people, if they can't afford to get the money up front for an e-commerce site, and we give them a price and they can't afford that, we'll even build them on a monthly basis, and we'll give them a consulting package, that will run in the range of anywhere from $100 to $500 on a monthly basis, depending on how much stuff they need. So we have different packages, and we're going to show you guys how to present those packages. But we'll custom build a site. They'll have access to us 24/7 to make changes on that site, and we'll put shopping carts on it. We'll put a blog on it. We'll do whatever they want. We'll show them examples of other companies that are successful in what they do, and we'll give that to them for a monthly basis. They'll pay on a monthly basis instead of paying all up front. That way they can have us utilize us at their discretion and have pretty much everything they need. And if they want SEO services and things like that, we'll give them those services too on a monthly basis if that's what they can afford. We're going to work with these business owners, but you guys all need to make a profit on this stuff. And so obviously, if people can afford to pay up front, that's one of the questions that, we're trained to ask as salespeople is like, what is your budget? You're starting a new company or you have a business, you want a new website. What is your budget? Do you have, what kind of site are you looking for? Here's what we can offer for this much money. But if you can't afford something like this, we'll help you out on a monthly basis. What other questions do we have, Brandon?
Those are the big ones. I'm looking back over them again. I don't know, you probably got to this one already. Will you be recording sales calls, showing the correct approach, which I think you already talked about that one earlier. And then somebody mentioned the app again.
Yeah, and we're gonna be doing sales training, and we're gonna bring in the best of the best. We're gonna bring in the big guns like Jay Borelli, Marcus Escobedo, who is number one again at GoDaddy as far as sales. The guy is an amazing salesperson. I've been in sales for quite some time. We're gonna give you simple approaches when you're actually closing. In other words, once you've had this conversation with someone, they understand WO Madden has what they want. Then we're gonna go a step further and teach you, okay, now that you know that we have what you want, let's talk about money, and let's talk about how to actually get the money off their card into your hands, because they can talk, we can talk all day, and they can know that we have the greatest products ever, and we can show them examples of all different types of websites, which we're going to give you. By the way, we're going to give you a bunch of different websites that we've made or that our partners have made, so you can see different companies and different things that we can do and we're capable of doing. You guys can present it to people. But again, right now, that's what we do on our end. You guys bring them into us, and we'll show them everything. But for those of you that want to make a higher commission and close the deals yourself, we'll pay you the commission of the salesperson. We just don't want you to lose a sale because you guys were trying to sell something beyond your means. That's all. So let's see if we have any other questions.
Those were the biggest ones. That's pretty much all of them so far.
Okay, great. So let's do this. Let's meet up again Saturday, and then everything. We're working out the kinks with the phones and with the mobile app as quick as possible. Again, this app actually shouldn't have gone live to the point that it is right now until the kinks were worked out. The developers and some people actually launched the update without even telling me about it, and it was like 2 or 3 Saturdays ago the update was launched. So again, it wasn't even supposed to be launched until it was all set up properly with the commercial and everything. So, and we'll get in. We'll get everything worked out, but you guys will see. This is exactly what it's like when we develop something for anybody, is that we have to do testing on all this stuff before it's launched. So you guys are seeing what it's actually like for us to do the testing on all this different type of stuff. We can't release stuff to the public, and that's why that we're still in pre-launch with this whole process of downlines and adding people and all that. That's exactly why we set a date of February 1st for launching it, because it's very complex on the development side and what these apps have to do and the capabilities they have to have. So somehow they went live in the system before they were supposed to. Okay, so
just make sure you heard his answer.
Okay, all right, good. So does anybody have any more questions before? Oh, and look at that, Marissa's on the webinar. Hi, Marissa, how are you? Okay, and those of you that have talked to Marissa, she's actually on the webinar with us. Okay, so okay, that looks like all the questions we have for the moment. Let's see, I just submitted a few leads. They aren't warm though. I got an owner of a Super Clips. Okay, when you say you got an owner, what does that exactly mean? When you say they're not warm, do you mean that you don't know them, or you haven't talked to them yet? Well, okay, will you give her a call? Okay.
They usually go in your back office, right?
Okay, they should be. I mean, we should have gotten them, but what I need to know though is, will we give her a call? Just the contact details. Okay, so that's a lead that again, I mean, we could call a lead like that out of the phone book. So I mean, if we're calling a cold lead, that's a cold lead. Okay, that's what we don't need cold leads, because we can call out of the phone book cold leads, and then we could try to talk to them. We need some type of interest from them. So that's kind of where the agents come in. But what I will do is I'll do a webinar and I'll contact some cold leads over the phone in front of you guys. I'll just tell you this, it takes quite a few calls to actually get in touch with and first of all, Supercuts, by the way, is actually someone who's got everything they need. Supercuts is a franchise. They already have everything set up for them. They have their website set up. They have the way they take payment, that they have to take it a certain way because of Supercuts. They have their marketing already done from Supercuts. That comes with the franchise. That's a franchise. Those are businesses that you guys want to typically stay away from, because they already have a whole system in place. So everything that WO Madden does, when you buy a Supercuts, that's somebody that had enough money to buy a franchise. Okay, a franchise comes with everything you need. Just like WO Madden, you guys bought into a system that already has everything you need. So you guys don't need a bunch of stuff, just like Supercuts doesn't need a bunch of stuff. And when you guys do marketing and things like that, and you have the money to do that, we give you that. And that's how that whole thing works with Supercuts too. So you kind of, with franchises, there's nothing we can really do to help franchises, because the franchise itself, the owner, the people that owns all of Supercuts, they make the decisions for all of the franchise people. Okay, they don't have any availability to do anything else. They don't need loans, because I mean, they might. I mean, we can get them a loan if she wants to get another Supercuts. We can get her a loan to get another one. If she wanted, I'd have to talk to the Supercuts, but again, we have to have a lead that has some kind of interest in something. What we don't need is just the phone number of a business, because we can call those and we can buy them for pennies on the dollar. If we just wanted the contact details, we can go to Google and look up businesses and just have the phone numbers and get them right there. Okay. All right, good. So yeah, and we'll teach you how to develop those warm contacts. It's pretty easy to find out, the needs of businesses. And that's why we want you guys right now to learn, how to approach businesses. I would like to make sure the live transfer button on all your phones is working. But for now, I gave you guys a phone number. What I want you guys to do, you guys have my cell phone number. For now, anybody who's got, a lead or a business owner, for right now, just until all the kinks are worked out with this system, you can just call me and from a business owner's number, and then but call me first to let me know, text me that you're an agent. So when I see the phone number, I know that you're an agent. I get so many phone calls, as you guys heard, and I got a couple different phones. They ring off the hook all day. But if I know it's an agent right now that's calling in with a warm lead, I will take the call personally, and then I'll farm it out if I have to, if I'm on the phone, to a couple of the other sales guys, and that way you guys can just to make sure you guys don't lose any leads. And if you guys sent leads into the system and you feel like they didn't go in for some reason, and they're not in your back office, that means that they might not have gone through for some reason. You can actually call Noe, 877-925-1050, and give her the lead. Just tell her Alan told me to give you the leads, or text me the lead or call me and say, hey, Alan, I have a lead that I put in the system, somebody that does need a service. Can you call them for me? And we'll go from there for right now until Saturday. Yeah.
So one other question he asked was, they probably don't because they're a franchise, but can we offer them 0% credit card processing?
Well, I don't know if the franchise will let them do that. We can find, I can find out. I mean, if they're interested in it, but they'll know themselves if they're allowed to change their processing fees.
Yeah. So,
typically,
Mr. Wadad, I can't say that for Elias. Sorry if I said that completely wrong, but yeah, I don't think they're allowed to because they're a franchise. They probably have like a policy on.
Yeah, but the franchise owner themselves will know. If you ask the franchise owner, they will know. They'll know themselves if they're allowed to change things on their processing. But a lot of franchises are not allowed to touch anything like that. The franchise owners give them their processing, and they make the decisions on all that.
Right, that's what I was thinking. So I hope that answered his question. I think that was the last one.
Okay, great. Okay, so again, we'll get all the kinks worked out, and hopefully by Saturday, I'll get on the phone tonight with the developers, and then I'll make sure that everything is working with Apple. It's going to take a few days once the Apple business account is set up for them to upload the new app, and then for whatever's going on the this app here, I'll get it fixed, and it should be fixed relatively quickly. So before Saturday, all that should be fixed as far as you guys sending out and getting sub-agents and texting in sub-agents. But again, that was supposed to be launched with the commercial anyways, so it got live early, so you guys are actually getting to see us test it live, which is actually pretty cool. That's what we would have to do for any business. We would have to test everything out, fix it, test it, fix it until it works perfectly. Once everything works perfectly, then everything's all set to go. So this new system that you guys are going to get in February, everything's already ready to go. There are no testing phases or anything like that. It's being developed now. It's being tested. Everything works fine, and it's an amazing system that we got for you guys. So you guys are going to really like that. So what we'll do is we'll talk again on Saturday, and I look forward to talking to you guys. Okay, and how do I say your name? Because I'm trying to figure out how to say your name.
Dustin.
No, not
Dustin. We established that.
Oh, that's Dustin?
Yeah.
Oh, Dustin, that was at my house. Okay, that's his name? That's his nickname?
Yeah, I was confused. So I was like, man,
okay, that's Dustin. It's the picture. I can't. Oh, that is Dustin. Look at his little beard. And by the way, do we have some local agents? Dustin being one of them. Dustin was at my house actually messing around with some computer stuff. So I was like, yes, me. Okay. I was like, what? That is the strangest name. Okay, gotcha. So that's Dustin. That makes sense. Okay. All right. It's good to see you, Dustin. And yeah, give me a call soon. We actually will talk, and the app should be all worked out. It was accepting leads, and you should be able to see them, but in your back office. But again, we'll get it all figured out. Okay. We're establishing long-term relationships, but if there is a business I want to approach initially, can you give us a couple of icebreakers lines before we go? WL Madden and
okay. Through gatekeepers or not? That was a cool video you sent me a while ago too.
Okay, for the gatekeepers. Okay, so icebreakers would be really simple, like, hey, How you doing? I was just curious. I noticed that that I see maybe you see an old machine or you ask. I mean, a lot of times what I'll do when I approach a business is it depends on what the business is. If it's a service business, I'll ask if they have a website, and then I can usually tell right away. Just out of curiosity, do you guys have a website, or do you guys do anything online as far as allowing us to purchase products online, or people like myself because I like your products? And then right away you'll be able to tell if they're really happy with their website. They'll tell you, yeah, I have this great website. You can go there and I have a shopping cart on it, all that. Or they're going to say, oh, you know what? Actually, we do have a site, but it's a GoDaddy site, and I was building it myself, and it's not really ready. That's when you can easily come in and say, oh, really? Have you ever thought, just out of curiosity, if you want to get your website going, I have a friend who actually, and a partner, I work with a company, and that's what we do. Actually, I have my partner does websites, and they're really not too expensive, and we can get everything probably set up the way that you want. And then you can just, when they start asking any questions, that's when you can call us directly. So websites are uh, going to be, because a lot of people have dealt with a lot of people that they tried to get websites developed through that didn't know what they were doing. So they'll tell you that, oh yeah, I had a friend, or I went through a company and they didn't do what I wanted. What we do, just so you guys know, is we're going to literally show them people in their industry that we've built websites for that are very effective. Okay. We're going to show them other companies that we've done it for. And then we're going to explain to them what the importance of a website is and what they want. A lot of business owners don't even know the way that their websites need to be structured in order to really function properly. And we break it down for them what a website is, what a web presence is, and what keyword optimization is, putting them on the first page of Google. But they hear some of this stuff so many times and get so many phone calls from companies that can't really do what they say they can do, that you have to be careful on your approach with websites. And so we're going to do a training video specifically on that. It's a lot easier to talk to people about money, okay? Or, have you ever thought about expanding, or have you ever got a business loan before? Do you need a business loan? They're going to start asking questions and say, you know what? I don't know too much about the rates. Let me get someone on the phone real quick my partner handles all that. He handles the finance stuff, and you send a live transfer to us. 0% processing. We can eliminate your processing fees. Right away, they're going to say, that sounds too good to be true. How does it work? Is there a catch? Not really. You can tell them, hold on, my partner handles that, and he can just answer some questions for you. And you just want to always be helpful to the business. So that's the way that you want to approach business as far as icebreakers, is that you're there to help them, but you don't want to come in and start just telling people. You want to just talk to these business owners. You want to find out who the owner is. If it's a business that you really like the products, you can talk about the products and you can warm up with them. And we can do some live stuff, and we can, have some pretend stuff. We might even go in and record what we're doing and walk into some businesses to show you guys how we approach businesses, so that you can see live what it takes to actually talk to a business about these different services. And believe me, it's not too hard. The selling is hard. Getting them to ask questions about the services that obviously are fantastic, that's actually the easy part. Okay, the part that we're going to do to close the sale and to actually get everything done is actually the difficult part. And that's why you definitely want to get us on the phone with them. And that's exactly what this program is all about. Okay, and we'll go all into that. And those training videos will start to get uploaded. We'll do more and more webinars where we teach you how to approach businesses, because we definitely want you guys making money as soon as possible. And so we are here to do that. Again, we want to get everything working properly for you. The last thing we want to do is, launch on a full scale without everything working on our end properly, or not giving you everything you need for these business owners so that we can handle the volume of calls. So if these apps and things that we're developing aren't working properly, it makes it very difficult for us to do their job. If we can't give you the proper tools. So we want to give you those tools. So it's not that I don't want you to make money now. If you have a warm business, what might be a good idea right now is writing down all of the businesses that that might need these services, and all the people that might have friends or family that own businesses, and then writing that list down, and we can have a webinar specifically about how to approach businesses that are friends of people that and that's might be the good starting point, is to write everything down, and let's prepare everything first before we start approaching businesses, so you don't burn that lead up. a contact that could turn into a really good client of ours. And then because we basically you didn't know how to approach it properly or anything like that. And again, you can always talk to them again about other stuff, or we can call them if you know it's a really good lead. We can call those right in front of you, and we'll do some of those demos. I think Dustin's got a couple leads that might be perfect, so I might call those in front of you guys, or I'll record myself calling them and I'll put it on speaker. And I think I'll start doing that from now on. As a matter of fact, what I'll start doing, Brandon, I can do that on Zoom, right? I can record.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get on the phone with the business owner. I'm going to let them know the line is being recorded, even though in Arizona we don't technically have to let them know. But I don't want them to be, I don't want their information going on a webinar and then their voices on a webinar and you guys are hearing this without them knowing. So I'm just going to let them know, hey, just so you know, this line is recorded for quality assurance and for training purposes. And that's your training purposes. And I'll record these calls, and I'll do it. I'll try to get it done this week. I'll record some sales calls this week. So Saturday, I can give you those calls. And then if Brandon, I think on Zoom, I think I can record the calls and then upload the video. Brandon, can I upload it only for the subscribers?
What do you mean?
Like upload a video that's not made public?
Oh, yeah, you can do that. You can change it to private. It's in the settings once you upload it.
Perfect. So that's what we'll do. I'll definitely do some sales calls so you guys can listen as to how we approach these businesses. And there really is an art to it, which again, we've perfected, and we're going to show you guys how to do that. And that's what this is all about, is selling multiple services to the same business and getting them, where they need to be. Okay. So I need Alan to conference with me. Then everyone can listen to my horrible sales skills. Okay. So yeah, we'll get you guys up to par and get everything going, and we'll show you guys how to approach these businesses. So I think that's it for now. I actually have to make a phone call right now back to someone I was on the phone with earlier. So what I'll do is we'll end this right now, but on Saturday we'll talk again, and hopefully I should have some training videos for you, and then I'll have some calls for you that you guys can watch and listen to. Okay. Okay. All right, Luella. Yep, I'll definitely get that done. All right, you guys have a good night.
Awesome.